Hello and welcome to another vid, where this time I will be re-roaming as the Spider-Armor Mark III in Marvel's Spider-Man, as well as doing a little bit of backstory explaining for anyone who'd like to learn about the suit. Before I begin though, I'd like to warn, just like with my previous video, this is completely unscripted and unresearched, so I might get some information incorrect. And if I do, I completely encourage you to inform me. So I love learning. And it's been a long time since I read the comic or story arc that this appeared in. So with that out of the way, let's begin. The storyline is called Ends of the Earth. And basically, the plot idea is Dr. Octopus was dying. This was a lead up to the Superior Spider-Man. So, and before he died, he said he wanted to do something good for the world. He didn't just want to die, with his legacy just being evil. So he was going to cure the planet of global warming. He had this device that could cure it. All the biggest brains in the Marvel universe checked off on it, like Tony Stark, Reed Richards, even Stephen Hawking, R.I.P. him. Which that sounded, that sounded insincere, but But okay, sorry, I got distracted there. But let's see, what was I saying? Oh, anyway, so the biggest minds in the Marvel Universe kind of checked off on it and were like, yeah, this device will do exactly what it says it will. But Peter didn't trust Doc Ock. He's like, Otto will betray us. The machine isn't going to do what it says. It's going to, do something evil. I'm not sure what he's up to, but he has to be up to something. And all the Avengers are just like, we get it, he's your enemy, but come on, we did the math. His machine will do what it says, But Peter doesn't trust it, and he ends up making this new armor here. It's basically like an Iron Man Buster suit, he has those Hulk Busters, he has a Thor Buster. He made a Captain Marvel Buster during Civil War II. But this was basically like the Sinister Six Buster, made to take on, the six enemies on the team. But, as predicted, Otto kind of just betrays everyone, and he uses the machine to, instead of cure global warming, to speed it up, so it'll basically cook the Earth alive. So it's like, or basically like put food, it's like food in a frying pan, that's what I'm trying to say. He's just cooking it up. But yeah, so because of that, the Avengers, they try to stop him. But Otto planned ahead. He has plans to take on all the Avengers, and it succeeds. He takes them down. He freezes Captain America. He uses the Iron Man 2020 armor to neutralize Tony Stark's suit and take him down. Everyone goes down, and including Peter in this armor. He predicted this. Because Peter, to defeat Otto Octavius, he incorporated Otto's own technology and put in this kind of helmet that controls his Octobots. So he figured that, hey, he can at least stop Otto from using his Octobots, that'll even the odds, and he can hack into Otto's technology and just take him down, take down his arms, everything's gonna be cool. But everything wasn't cool. You see, it said Otto basically planned for that happening because he knew Peter had the technology. So, and he was able to actually just kind of basically do what Peter was going to do to him, and overrides the spider armor, which makes it completely useless. And then Otto basically continues on with his plans, and barely Black Widow helps Spider-Man escape. And the two of them set out to stop Otto, as he basically takes over the Earth, and oh wait, there's an enemy there. But yeah, so as he takes over the Earth, they have to stop him and his Sinister Six, and they try a lot of things, and they team up with Silver Sable, they capture the Sandman, and Black Widow actually tortures him, which Peter's not okay with. He's friendly. He's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Men don't condone torture. But yeah, they end up doing that anyway, though. Peter, he voices his concerns, and Black Widow's just like, this is the only way, and, Peter eventually kind of just lets up and, allows her to do this. But they kind of find out where Otto is. They kind of hunt him down. I don't know why I'm saying kind of, because that's definitely what they did. At least that's what I remember.
Attention local units.
You know, kind of makes it sound like they sort of did it. You know, if they half tracked him down, they didn't. You know, they kind of like got halfway there, then they sort of like, nah.
It's not even Black Friday. Wow, you all forgot your key?
Wow, he made 2 quips in a row there. Unless I heard that wrong. Okay, anyway. So they track down Otto, they take him on in a big, you know, final fight. And during the fight, Silver Sable actually died. And Black Widow actually theorizes, like, when Superior Spider-Man happens and, you know, Spider-Man starts acting completely different. Black Widow's theory is actually that, you know, this is Peter kind of feeling a lot of guilt and loss because of Silver Sable's death, you know, losing a friend and partner, you know, that he just kind of mentally broke. You know, like, yeah, he's lost people before, but, you know, everyone has their breaking point, you know, that, like, Silver Sable dying was kind of like the last straw, which Otto in Peter's body kind of lies, just like, yeah, that's totally it. Wow, you're so smart. You should be a psychiatrist. Dude. Anyway, back to the spider armor, though. Said he wore it during the Ends of the Earth suit. He was wearing it, you know, when he and the Avengers took on the Sinister Six. Otto completely overrid it. It failed. And the first chance he got, he actually changed out of it. So this armor was only in like a few issues. It was barely in anything. So, but yeah, after those few issues, you know, he took it off. He kind of like it made a Star Wars reference saying like, oh, let's go all Han and Luke on the Death Star, you know, steal the like uniforms of like Otto's minions. And you know, which Black Widow even calls him out and it's just like, you want an excuse to change, don't you? He's just like, yeah. He's like, yeah, this thing's useless. It's just a bunch of clunky armor now. Like, back when it, you know, had all of the cool tech that could take down the Sinister Six, yeah, it was worthwhile to wear, but you know, without it, it's just clunky armor. So it was completely useless to him. So he changed out as quick as possible, and that was really the last appearance of the Spider Armor Mark III. Which, hey, that's actually one thing in the game informed me. This is the third, I guess, because it shows in the menu when you look at it, Spider Armor MK3 suit. So, you know, Mark III. Like, I don't count the Spider Armors, so I don't know which ones are what. But, yep, apparently this was his third Spider Armor. I'm guessing after the original Silver and Black. I think that was his first one. Then there's the Bulletproof one, which is also in the game, which, if you want me to do a lore on, or backstory, whatever you want to call it, you can let me know. Anyway, and then I guess this one, and I guess after that, the All New, All Different, which is also in this game if you want me to do a backstory video on. You know, just let me know. Anyway, so this was only in a few issues of The Amazing Spider-Man during the Ends of the Earth storyline. Like, that's it. That's what it's called, Ends of the Earth. You know, this is the only story it was in. It was kind of useless. It looks cool, I guess, but yeah, the armor completely failed, which is fitting. Said it's like Iron Man's Buster suits, you know, and those like fail all the time. The Hulk Buster, more often than not, gets destroyed by the Hulk. That Captain Marvel Buster from Civil War II, Carol still beat him into a coma while he was wearing that. It was an armor specifically designed to defeat her, and she still beat him into a coma. So yeah, Buster suits, I guess, if you take any lesson from this video, don't make a Buster suit, because it's just a waste of your resources and won't actually work. But other than the comics, I know this was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game. I think that might be all. That might have been the only game it's in. I don't know if it was in the first Amazing Spider-Man game or not. I definitely don't think it was in any suits before that. I mean, any games before that. Whoops. Yeah, I don't think that suit was in any other game. So I guess it's... I mean, unless you want to talk about that Spider-Man Unlimited app game, in which case, like, they had a lot of suits in that. They had every suit. I don't usually count that. Like, Big Time, like, all the versions of Big Time is probably in that. I definitely know the green and red ones are. Probably the blue. Yeah, every Spider-Man and Spider-Man suit you can imagine was in that. So, I don't know. I don't really count it. But yeah, I don't know, if you want to play as this more, that Amazing Spider-Man 2 game, Spider-Man Unlimited, I don't think it's been in any shows, definitely not any movies. But I said I don't keep up with the current one, Marvel's Spider-Man. So it could have been in that for all I know, but I don't think they've even set up the Sinister Six yet. I know Doc Ock exists now. And there's a few Sinister Six members, like people who are like big parts of the team in the comics, but you know, they haven't like united yet to form the team. So I don't see why he would need a Sinister Six buster with no Sinister Six. Who knows? Maybe they put it in and repurposed it. So I don't know if they did put this in the show or not. I'd assume not. So yeah, I think the only place you can find this like in like, you know, story context is in the Ends of the Earth Spider-Man story, issues of the Amazing Spider-Man. Then, you know, if you want to play it in other games, like of course there's this, but you know, in other games, it was in Spider-Man Unlimited and the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm not 100% sure if it was in the first Amazing Spider-Man game or not. So I don't remember it being, but like I haven't played that in so long, so I don't know which suits are in that one. And like I remember a few, like I think the Scarlet Spider, Future Foundation, Big Time. But other than that, I don't know which suits were in that game. So this one could have been in it for all I know. So this is completely unscripted and unresearched, so I didn't look up to actually like find other appearances.
When they're incapacitated. Hey guys.
Yeah, so it's a very short lore on this, or backstory, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I feel weird using the word lore. It feels a little like too fancy, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know, what word do you prefer? Like, you guys prefer I use a certain word to like I'm just thinking backstory because, you know, it's a simple word. It's a word everyone knows. Everyone knows what backstory means. Which, I mean, everyone probably also knows what lore means. I mean, you guys aren't idiots. I'm an idiot and I know what it means. So, but yeah, so it's a very short lore, as I was saying. Like, it wasn't in much other than that one storyline. So, there's really nothing more to say. I'm trying to think. So I'm like, there's got to be something more I can say, but no. It was only in the Ends of the Earth storyline, and it wasn't even in the entire story, because it said, I think he changed out of it as quick as possible, unless he put it back on, but yeah, it just completely was taken down by Dr. Octopus. So it just didn't work, so he was just like, hey, why wear this any longer? And like, which also kind of makes sense though, because like the original Spider Armor, that was in only one issue and it became super popular. So Bulletproof Armor, that might have only been in a handful of issues at most. So Spider Armors in general, they're just not in a lot of things. So I guess any backstory videos on any of the Spider Armors, it's gonna be pretty short considering, except for I guess the All New All Different one. The Mark IV, I'm guessing that one probably is. Because that one he wore for all of the whole All New, All Different run. So, other than that, like this one is only in a few issues. The original Silver and Black Spider Armor was only in one issue. Bulletproof, I think, was only in a few. So, yeah, so I'm trying to think, like, it feels weird not having more to say. But yeah, I guess that's everything, so I better end the video here. If you learned something, I'm glad, you know. And let me know if you want me to do actual, like, scripted, researched, you know, versions of these videos. Like, you know, if you want me to, like, do a video where I can tell you, like, the exact issues it was in, and, you know, not get anything wrong said. Like, I could have gotten things wrong a lot in this. Like, I could have gotten the entire story wrong. Which, you know, said if I did, let me know. Like, I like learning. But yeah, other than that, guess it's time to end the video. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Das Vidania.